y'all just don't understand, like, having 2 full-time streams of income is so empowering. You can do really, really well. So you want to become a successful YouTuber, but you also want to keep your full-time job. As long as I've done YouTube, which is a long time, I have maintained a full-time job, and a demanding job at that. It's such an advantage to have a 9-to-5 and have YouTube, because you literally have 2 streams of income. So in this video, I'm going to tell you guys how you can become a full-time 9-to-5er and a full-time YouTuber. I'm going to share with you guys how I do it. It should help you too. You can have a 9-to-5 and be successful in your full-time job and also be successful on YouTube full-time, and I'm going to show you how. Hey honeybees, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, my name is Ciara and I do videos on finance and lifestyle. I'm a full-time mortgage loan officer and YouTuber, and I've helped hundreds of people to buy homes and build wealth. So I take everything I know and I've learned and I share it with you guys here on YouTube. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay guys, so the first thing you have to do is wake up early. This part actually used to be extremely hard for me because, believe it or not, I am not a morning person. So the key for me was to go to bed early enough so I can get enough sleep while also maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So to help with this, I also incorporated supplementation. I started taking a supplement to help me focus. It's called Nariva Plus, and it was created to help support brain health through a more holistic approach. And it works to help fuel the important factors of brain health, including focus, memory, and concentration. Now, having gotten my degree in neuroscience, I'm well aware of the benefits and the limitations of a supplement like Nariva Plus. It's not a fix-all. It has to be combined with an active and healthy lifestyle. But Nariva, it's not just a memory pill. Nariva Plus is a supplement designed to help support 6 different indicators of brain performance: focus, memory, learning, accuracy, concentration, and reasoning. Also, Nariva Plus has clinically tested ingredients that support brain health, including neurofactor, coffee cherry, and plant source sharp PS. Phosphatidylserine, both which are naturally sourced. Neurofactor has actually been shown to increase levels of BDNF, which is a naturally occurring protein that can help support connections between brain cells. And plant source sharp PS can actually aid in neuron health and help fuel memory and learning ability. I also want to mention that it's GMO-free, gluten-free, vegetarian, and decaffeinated. Now, Nariva also offers other formulas in different formats like gummies, capsules, and liquid shots. Okay, so all you have to do is take 1 capsule a day, morning or night, whichever works best for you. And after taking Nariva Plus as recommended, I love it and I highly suggest you try it if you're looking for a way to show your brain a little extra love. Now, in taking Nariva Plus as recommended, coupled with a healthy lifestyle, I noticed a difference in my focus and my concentration, which is so nice. So if you have a lot on your plate like I do and you want to support your brain health, select Nariva products are now 20% off. Just click on the link to buy now. You need to figure out if YouTube is going to be your hobby or an actual job. If you decide that you want YouTube for a full-time income and as a job, you have to actually treat it as a job. There's days everyone has when you may love work. There's days where you may hate work. There's definitely going to be days when you're tired, you don't feel like going to work. You may even call out sometimes. But essentially, you treat your full-time job with a level of accountability that allows you to be successful in that job. YouTube is no different. If you're going to do YouTube and you want to make a full-time income, you have to treat it as a job. And this was something that took me a long time to learn. Because I did start YouTube as a hobby, I had to force myself to really treat it as a job. So the first thing you want to do is figure out, is this a hobby or is this a job? If it's a hobby, then that's fine. You can do it as a hobby. It can be something that you do for fun. You can do it alongside your 9-to-5. Or if you do want it to be a full-time income, you have to start treating it as a business. Just establish, is it for fun or is it a business? Okay, put together a realistic filming, editing, and uploading schedule. Now, this is probably one of the hardest parts of working full-time with a 9-to-5 and doing YouTube full-time. I'll give you guys another hack or tip and share with you what has worked for me. When I really started getting serious about YouTube, I cleared off one day a week that was my filming day. For me, it was Fridays. So I would come home from work, eat dinner, chill, get ready, and then film. I told all my friends, all my family, so that they knew, look, Fridays are off limits. Everyone knew. My boyfriend knew, my friends, my family. They knew that Fridays are for YouTube, and I did not budge on that. There were nights my friends all went out to dinner together or went somewhere and had drinks and had fun and, you know, created some memories that I wasn't a part of. And that was something that I had to sacrifice, but to me, the sacrifice was worth it. Find a way to streamline it, however that works best for you. Mold it around your full-time job. You may have to sacrifice sometimes. If you are very serious about YouTube and you want a full-time income, you have to put that dedication in, you have to put that time in, and you have to become a master at time management. The way that I do it is I have, like I said, I have a filming day once a month. All I do is film and shoot content. And then I have an editing schedule to where I edit one video a week or do a rough edit, send it to my editor to add like the creative touches. Figure out what your flow is and find that, and that's going to help you a lot. So work backwards if you have to. Figure out how often you want to upload. The key to this is being realistic, and you can start off small and scale. So maybe it's not realistic for you to upload once a week. Maybe that's every 2 weeks, every other week. Heck, maybe that's once a month. But you want to establish that, how often you want to upload. And then from there, you'll need to determine, okay, if I want to upload once a week or whatever it is, then that means I need to be editing once a week. I need to be filming once a week or filming once a month or every two, however you decide. You have to do this part. There's no way around it. If you skip this and you do not do this, it's not gonna work. Realistic filming, editing, and uploading schedule. Stay organized. I don't hear enough YouTubers talking about this, but organization is really a major key in all of this. You're gonna create your editing, filming, editing, and upload schedule, but you need to be able to document that in some way and keep up with it. Like for years, I've used a written planner. I have this one from Erin Condren. I'll leave a link below because I get asked this a lot, where my planner's from. And lately, I have switched over to using Google Calendar. Maybe you use iCalendar, whatever works for you, but find a way to stay really organized, because that's going to be really important as well. Also, when it comes to organization, you're going to want to keep a notebook, an iPad, the Notes app, something to where you can write down video ideas whenever they come to you, or jot down video information, because video ideas are going to come to you super randomly, and you want to just be able to jot them down or put it in your phone. So definitely stay organized by organizing your filming, editing, upload schedule, keeping a way to keep track of video ideas and video information. Some YouTubers that create like spreadsheets. Some will use the Monday.com, or I think it's called like Asana. Whatever works for you, that's what you need to do to stay organized and stay on track. Okay. Create a mental and physical delineation between your full-time job and YouTube. I try to keep them very separate. I have a specified schedule during the day that caters mostly to my mortgage loans, and then I have a specified schedule in the evening which mostly caters to, you know, my YouTube and social media. I literally also have a physical delineation. I have 2 completely separate desks, 2 computers, 2 planners, so that I can physically and mentally delineate. And this is important because it keeps you from getting overwhelmed. It helps you stay focused, and you're able to put all your energy into that specific job at that specific time. And that's super important. I cannot tell you guys enough how much this has helped me. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to do it like I do and have 2 separate desks and computers and all that. That may not be practical for most people, but find a way to do it. Maybe you have a little space in your bedroom where you can focus on your YouTube stuff, and a little space in your living room where you can focus on, you know, your full-time work. Find a way to separate them so that you can put all your energy into, you know, each individual job for a specific time. It's a balancing act, right? And one thing, especially as you're building your channel and you're growing on YouTube, that is important to keep in mind is that you still want to prioritize your full-time 9 to 5 as you're building your YouTube. Your 9 to 5 is going to provide that foundation and that stability for you while you build your YouTube. Don't lose sight of the fact that you have to live, right? You have to live and eat and buy yourself things, or whatever your expenses or budget looks like. You still have to live while you are doing YouTube. So if you're not making a lot of money on YouTube yet, be cognizant of how you prioritize your full-time job and how you prioritize certain tasks with your job. There may be situations where you do have to choose between your full-time job and YouTube. If your full-time job is bringing you in stable income, that's what you need to prioritize in that moment. So don't lose sight of, you know, what is important and necessary for you to live while you're trying to achieve your YouTube goals. Get the support of your boss and your coworkers if you can at your full-time job. And this is really, really important if you can do it, because there's just a level of support and transparency that you get. Your boss and your coworkers in your full-time job support you in your YouTube job. I'm really blessed to where my daytime job almost overlaps with my YouTube, and so there's a lot of flexibility there for me, and it really helps that I do have the support of my boss, my coworkers, of management, and they understand my lifestyle. At least make sure that you have a good support system that, you know, you can maybe vent to every now and then about, oh my God, I lost all my footage on my memory card, or, you know, whatever it is, or people that can support you and encourage you in your YouTube journey, because it does get hard at times. You know, there may be days you want to quit. You may not make a lot of money for a while, and you need that support system to help keep you going. You know, you may need somebody to help you film, take pictures. So all these things are important and reasons you want to have a good support system. Awesome if you can get it through your employer and your coworkers. Also awesome if you can get it at home with friends, family, your significant other, your wife, your husband, that whole thing. It really does make a big difference in achieving your goals. Outsource. So as a full-time worker and a full-time YouTuber, being one person, you just can't do it all. You can try. It's going to be a lot harder. You're going to get burnt out easier if you don't have help in some area. If you need an editor, you may need someone to help you film, somebody to do your graphics. You may need somebody to do your hair, to do your makeup. Whatever it is, it's going to save you the most time. Outsource it if you can. Work smarter, not harder. As I have scaled my YouTube, I have started to outsource certain things, and it's helped a lot. I would not be able to function in the capacity that I do now if I did not have help. To the extent that you can, try to outsource whatever is most time intensive for you as much as possible. Now, in that same vein, with outsourcing comes probably spending a little bit of money. Now, when it comes to your channel, I like to say invest in your channel, but invest wisely. Don't go blow all your money on a super expensive camera, lights, editor, this and that, and then you can't live. That's hustling backwards. Instead, look at maybe sacrificing your shopping trips for the month, or sacrificing a vacation or something, so that you can outsource as you need to, buy equipment as you need to. Maybe if you can put some extra hours in at your full-time job, or you can save up, but invest wisely. Don't just spend money on stuff just to spend money. Make sure that what you are investing in your channel is going to be something that helps you create a return. You can't be scared when it comes to entrepreneurship. In some areas, have to take a chance, take a risk. Don't blow your life savings, don't blow your bill money. Find ways to get, maybe some extra cash in certain places and put that into your channel as you deem necessary, because it's going to help you grow. And investing that little bit of money is going to help you make more money. Invest wisely. Never stop learning. Depending on what you do for your 9-to-5 or your full-time job or your career, you may be required to go to conferences, get certifications, to get licensed, continue to be updated on. So for me, with my license, I have to do continuing education every year. I have to do 8 hours, learning what's updated, what's going on with the market, new guidelines. So the same way you would do that, or you may do that with your full-time job, do it with YouTube. With YouTube, if you need to take a photography or videography course, do that. If you need to read books on social media marketing, do that. But make sure that you're always growing, because YouTube and any other social media platform, you all know it's always evolving. There's ebbs and flows. It changes. Algorithms change. Guidelines change. YouTube has changed just so much in the course of time that I've been on YouTube. I've seen so many changes. So you always want to keep learning, stay on top of what the platform is doing, learn how to use new features. Always be a student. Always be learning. And last but not least, be patient. It doesn't happen overnight for most people. What's the girl that was in the van? I can't remember. Doesn't happen overnight for most people. It does require a lot of hard work, sometimes maybe sacrifice. If you're doing YouTube as a job, then you're very business minded and it's something you want as a full-time income and as a stream of income. But also make sure that it's something you absolutely love. Because if it is, on those days when you don't feel like rolling out of bed, when you don't feel like filming, you don't feel like editing, you don't feel like spending 3 hours on hair, makeup, setup, look, there's gonna be times that are trying. And if you don't love it, and if you don't have patience, you're not gonna last. And you certainly won't be able to maintain a full-time YouTube career as well as a full-time 9-to-5. So know that there's going to be situations that you don't want to do, but you have to be patient. You have to stick with it. If you stick with it and you work hard, you will be successful. I read in the book Think and Grow Rich, one of the first things I read was difference between people who are successful and people who are not successful is that they never give up. If it takes them 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7, eventually you will be successful. And that is the difference between people that are successful and unsuccessful, is that the people who are successful refuse to give up at all costs. If you do that, there's nowhere to go but to success at some point. If you love it, stick with it, stay consistent, be passionate, work hard, and you will reap the benefits of it. Y'all just don't understand, having 2 full-time streams of income is so empowering. You can do really, really well, and it just gives you so much financial freedom. It's so empowering. So I really encourage you guys to, if you want to do it, you can totally do it. It is so beyond worth every ounce of sacrifice. I look back now, oh man, there's so many times I almost quit YouTube, and I'm so glad I didn't. Working a full-time job while doing YouTube full-time is not easy. If it was, everyone would do it. Most YouTubers, once they reach a certain level, quit their full-time jobs and just do YouTube. But there is a small subset of us on YouTube who work 9-to-5 and do YouTube, and I don't think that gets enough shine. And so I just wanted to speak to all of you out there who would like to do both, or you want to keep your 9-to-5 while you grow your YouTube. You can do it. I did it. If I did it, you can do it. So yep, that is how to maintain a full-time job 9-to-5 and YouTube. And I hope that was helpful for you guys. If it was, and you learned something or you got inspired, please do me a favor and give me a big thumbs up. Comment below and let me know what questions you have about doing both full-time. And if, you know, I'll answer them. I answer all questions in the first 24 hours. I respond to all comments in the first 24 hours of posting a video. So if you have anything that you want me to address, then comment below. Make sure you subscribe so you can be a part of the Honeybee fam. Hit the bell button so you can be notified when I upload. YouTube just really doesn't, the algorithm is different now. I don't know how it works, but it's hard to get like the new videos sometimes. So especially if you have a comment or question you want me to answer, like I said, in that first 24 hours, make sure you have that bell button clicked. I love you guys so much. I love you to the bank and back, and I will see you in my next video.